Welcome to our 16th session on ancient wisdom for all, which is a continuation of the series on the Upanishads for all, especially the youth. In this continuation today, we will be listening from Dr. Surya Kumar Singh ji on the presence of God in his personal experiences. So just to share the profile of Dr. Surya Kumar Singh ji, though we all know him, for the benefit of the participants here, Dr. Surya Kumar Singh was working as a senior vice president with Grasim Industries and retired on the 31st of December 2019, which is very recently. He has worked also with reputed companies like Tata Steel, Larsen and Tabo, Welspun, etc. Now, here is an interesting fact about Shri Dr. Surya Kumar Singh ji. He has completed his graduation from IIT Kharagpur in mechanical engineering. He went on to complete several degrees since then, with his doctorate degree obtained in management studies. So he did not stop there. Even after his studies completing in IIT and major doctorates in various other things, he has also degrees in law, human rights, ecology, environment, and materials management, MBA in finance, and other subjects related to the corporate world. So though Surya Kumar Singh ji is retired from his professional life, but he hopes that he can put all this gained knowledge to good use even after his retirement. I think which is what he is going to do with his presentation today in this wonderful session. So over to you, Dr. Surya Kumar Singh ji.
Mr. Niranjan,
Thank you, sir.
you made me co-host. Are you able to listen to me?
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead. We can.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
The topic today is the presence of God in my life. So, as we know that before starting any good things, we generally go for a prayer. So, we will have a small prayer. हे सर्वशक्तिमान, हमें सर्वत्र शांति का संदेश पहुंचाने दो। जहाँ घृणा हो वहाँ प्रेम पैदा कर दें, जहाँ दुख हो वहाँ खुशियां बिखेर दें, जहाँ निराशा हो वहाँ आशा का संचार कर दें, और जहाँ घोर अंधकार हो वहाँ प्रकाश फैला दें। हे प्रभु, हम यह जानते हैं कि दूसरों को संतोष देने से ही हमें संतोष मिलता है। दूसरों को समझने से ही हम अपने आप को समझ सकते हैं, और दूसरों से प्रेम करने से ही हम प्रेम से रह सकते हैं, क्योंकि त्याग में ही प्राप्ति है, क्षमा में ही वात्सल्य है, और जीवन अर्पण में ही शाश्वत अमरता छिपी हुई है। Although Mr. Niranjan then introduced me, but this was just one slide I had already made. I am a 61 years old, purely technical person from Bihar, superannuated on 1st January 2020 from Aditya Birla Group and almost settled in Indore. I graduated from IIT Kharagpur in 1982 and worked in Tata Steel, Larsen and Tubro, Welspun and Grasim Industries at various capacities in different states like Jharkhand, Maharashtra, Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh. My family consists of 6 members: me, my wife Renu Singh, my sons Prasoon Resu, Prakash Ravi, daughter-in-law Divya Resu, and a lovely granddaughter Sivantika. This is my first encounter with philosophical topic. Otherwise, I was always involved with boiler, turbine, main machine, etc. Hope I will do some justice to the topic. Now the question arises, does God exist? As we look all around, we can see many things like our houses, things in our houses, vehicles, electric gadgets, monuments, electric bulbs, etc. created by human beings over the period of time. Our scientists have made this possible due to their hard work. Now we can see natural things like water, air, mountains, sea, forests, animals that were created naturally. We will be surprised to know that about the complexity and orderliness of living body, especially human being.
Our heart pumps blood throughout the body and brings back to the heart. Our brain controls the functions of the body. Lungs extract oxygen from the air, and blood carries oxygen to each and every part of the body to keep us alive. Our eyes admire the beauty of the nature and can visualize millions of colors with a fraction of a second. We can enjoy the nature like blooming of flowers, moving water, beauty of a sky, and many more. Just imagine if we do not have sense organs, then we might be deprived of experiencing beauty of the nature. What is the use of sunlight if there is no earth? What is the meaning of existence of planets, stars, celestial bodies if there is no existence of human beings? There are millions of living beings from miniature to giants present on the earth and connected with each other in definite pattern. Question arises, who is the creator of all these? Is it a coincidence or something else? Modern scientific researchers explore that universe is created in an orderly mathematical forms. None of the natural things in this universe is unorganized. Today we are enjoying beautiful nature. It will never be the same if the earth rotated little slower or faster on its axis. Because if it rotates faster, then a storm will destroy the nature completely. And if it rotates in slower pace, then temperature during the daytime will increase too high, and during night time it will decrease too low. If the size of the earth is bigger than the actual size, then amount of hydrogen will increase, and due to that life on earth will be impossible. And if size decreases, then formation of atmosphere was not possible. If the earth is farther than the present distance from the sun, then earth might get frozen. And if it is nearer than the present distance, then everything might be destroyed due to very high temperature. So is it only coincidence that planet is organized perfectly or something else? Now, we are human beings and we are the most powerful and intelligent person on this universe. But can we create a symbiotic factory in the nature? Symbiotic factory means association of two factories like A and B, in which waste product of A factory is used by B factory as a raw material, and waste of B factory used by A as a raw materials. This is only science fantasy for us, but in nature we may find thousands of examples without which existence of universe is not possible. Process of photosynthesis is the universal example of symbiotic factory and the source of life on the earth too. The plants in the presence of water and sunlight give rise to photosynthesis and produce oxygen, which is consumed by the living beings on this earth. Now, from walking on the street to launching a rocket into a space to sticking a magnet on our refrigerator, physical forces are acting all around us. But all the forces that we experience every day, and many that we do not realize we experience every day, can be grouped under just four fundamental forces. They are gravity, the weak force, electromagnetism, and the strong force. These are all the four fundamental forces of nature, and they govern everything that happens on this earth. Now the sun, the ultimate source of all energy for life on earth. Nature follows its universal law for its existence regularly, and millions of years ago also, and has not changed till now. Was the rules of natural phenomena made incidentally or something else? If we talk as a layman, then we can say that this universe is designed by a great designer, and whole universe is mathematically organized by a great organizer, and all the rules of the universe have been created by the great lawmaker. So if there is a designer, organizer, and lawmakers, then definitely there is a creator, and that is what we call Lord or God. I hope you all are able to listen to me.
Yes.
As per scientists' view, this universe was created coincidentally by the Big Bang. Earth was also a part of this. Earth was made in habitable zone. Few chemicals in the water collided together, and first seed of complex life was formed. And that first seed used solar energy, water, and performed photosynthesis. More the photosynthesis on the earth, more oxygen was released and the atmosphere was created. Amount of oxygen increased and ozone layer was also formed. Whole universe is guided by the law of conservation of energy. All living and non-living things of the universe are a part of that energy. We cannot ignore the existence of the energy. Law of conservation explains that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only change its form. Our body is energy. The device we are using just now is an energy. The sound of mind you all are listening just now are also an energy. The existence of energy which we are experiencing in different forms may be the existence of supernatural power which is beyond our control, reach, and imagination. Now, the question is, who is God? In monotheistic thought, God is conceived of as the supreme being, creator, deity, and principal object of faith. God is usually conceived as being all-powerful, all-knowing, all-present, and as having an eternal and necessary existence. Now, Bhagavad Gita also explains that in chapter 7, verse 8 and 9 regarding God,
रसोऽहमप्सु कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि शशिसूर्ययोः प्रणवः सर्ववेदेषु शब्दखे
Krishna
पौरुषं
says,
नृषु.
O son of Kunti, I am the taste of water, the light of the sun and the moon, the syllable Om in the Vedic mantra. I am the sound in either and ability in man. The verse 9.
अन्यो गन्धपृथिव्यां च तेजश्चास्मि विभावसौ जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु
He
तपश्चास्मि
says that I am the
तपस्विषु.
pure fragrance of the earth and the brilliance in fire. I am the life force in all things and penance of the aesthetics. Now, God loves us and has chosen to reveal His nature, His thoughts, His heart is with us. Here are 6 characteristics of God that we can count on. God is knowable. God who created the universe in all of its magnitude and creative details is not hidden. He need not be distant, aloof. Somewhere out there instead, He welcomes us into a relationship so that we can get to know Him in a personal way as we might a close friend. God is welcoming. God invites us to talk to Him and bring to Him what concerns us. We do not have to get our act together first. Neither do we need to be polite, theologically correct, or holy. It is His nature to be loving. His nature to be loving and accepting when we go to Him. God is creative. Everything we make is put together with existing materials or built on previous thoughts. God has the capacity of speaking things into existence, not just galaxies and life forms, but solutions to today's problems. God is creative for us. His power is something He wants us to be aware of and to rely on. God is forgiving. We sin. We tend to do things our way instead of God's way, and God sees it and knows it. God does not merely overlook such sin, but is prepared to judge and condemn people for their sin. However, God is forgiving and will forgive us from the moment we begin a relationship with Him. God is honest. What He says, we can trust. What He promises can be counted on. When God promises us forgiveness, eternal life, a relationship with Himself, we can believe. God is telling the truth. What God reveals about Himself and about how to live on this earth is reliable information. More sure than our feelings, thoughts, and limited perceptions, God is totally accurate and honest in what He says. Every promise he makes to us can be trusted. He means it. We can take him at his word. God is capable. His wisdom is unlimited. He understands all the elements of the situation, including the history and future events related to it. We do not have to update him, counsel him, or persuade him to do the right things. He will, because he is capable and he motivates us, and his motives are pure. If we trust him, he will never make a mistake, never undercut us or deceive us. He can be fully trusted to do what is right in all circumstances at all times. Here I will just narrate a small incident which strengthened my faith in God. One night a man had a dream. He dreamt he was walking along the beach with the Lord. Sorry, this is a small story. Across the sky flashed scenes from his life. For his scene, he noticed two sets of footprints on the sand, one belonging to him and the other to the Lord. When the first scene had flashed before him, he looked back. When the last scene had flashed before him, he looked back at the footprints and he noticed only one set. He also noticed that this happened during the lowest and saddest times of his life. This bothered him and he questioned the Lord. Lord, you said that once I decided to follow you, you would walk all the way with me. But I noticed that during the most troublesome times of my life, there was only one set of footprints. I do not understand why, when I needed you most, you deserted me. The Lord replied, my precious child, I love you and would never leave you. During your times of trial and suffering, when you see only one set of footprints, those were the times when I carried you in my arms. Now we all know that Gita is a religious book, but this sacred book is not only limited to religion, but it is also a guide which can help us in our day-to-day life and guide us on the right way and feel the presence of God. The various lessons from Gita has been listed here. One of them is the importance of karma.
कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भू मा ते
He said, do your
सङ्गोऽस्त्वकर्मणि
duty and be detached from its outcome. Do not be driven by the end product. Enjoy the process of getting there. There is always a cause or a reason. Since we all are God's children, nothing evil can happen to us. Hence, it is best to not cry over things that have happened or over things that we do not have control of. We need to let go and accept things. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is all about staying in present and being aware about present moment. Mindfulness is life-changing and makes a difference in quality of life. Living in present and paying more attention to the present. Control your anger.
क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति.
Anger leads to clouding of judgment, which results in bewilderment of the memory. When the memory is bewildered, the intellect gets destroyed. Sacrifice. In life, we have to sacrifice many things to achieve success. There cannot be any significant progress or achievement without sacrifice. If we are not willing to sacrifice our comfort zone, pride, ego, time, money, or security, we will never be able to achieve our highest level of success. Humbleness or modesty. Being humble or modest is one of the most important characteristics of personality. Like Krishna, we too must be humble in life. It helps us to cultivate genuine relationship with honest people. Be modest enough to give people more reason to be happy in their life. No job is big or small. We must love our job and give our best while at our job. It does not matter how big or small it is. Our job fills a large part of our life, and the only way to be truly satisfied is to respect all kinds of jobs and accept them. Best or true friends. It is well established fact that having real, genuine and trustworthy friends is good for us. This life is about the people we share it with. Make the most of it, surround yourself with good friends, and always be honest. Now, God's presence is continuous throughout all of creation, though it may not be revealed in the same way at the same time to people everywhere. At times, He may be actively present in a situation, while He may not reveal that He is present in other circumstances in some other area. The presence of God brings true joy and satisfaction in our life. The presence of God delivers us from fear. The presence of God brings success. I felt the presence of God in my life during one of the bad incidents. During one of the worst incidents in my life, back in 2005, we were coming back from Nadia to Vadodara via Ahmedabad Baroda Express highway. We entered the highway and suddenly a speeding car from the opposite side turned upside down and dashed our car. We all four, my wife and both the sons, were in the car. We all heard only thud sound. Car got badly damaged. Both the sons were safe. Me and my wife got some scratches and dark patches here and there. Complete front glass simply slipped from its case and fell on the road without hurting her outside the car. It was a very safe and miraculous escape, otherwise it might have been fatal for us all. Everyone on the road was telling that you must have done something good to somebody, that is why you all are safe. We realize that the blessings of God is always with us as our Savior. Thank you, Bhagwan Ji, for your kindness. If not for His blessings, I would not have been present today among all of you delivering this presentation. I feel presence of God within our family relationship. Presence of God brings joy in the family. By the grace of God, we all family members share cordial relationship with each other till now. Good and responsible family members share a special bonding with each other. Respect, love, care and concern among the family members ensures a happy and a stable life for all its members. I feel presence of God with friends. True and selfless friends are the best gift of God. I am very lucky because I have genuine friends like Appal, Sarat, Nirmal. I have known them for almost 40 years. I believe it has been possible because of my belief in God, and I see God in all of us. I treat everyone as I would the Almighty. Likewise, they treat me as Almighty treats me. I feel presence of God during my service to the needy. Service to the mankind is service to God. Selfless service for the cause of humanity is as important as worshipping to God and gives immense pleasure. I always offer help to needy and underprivileged people and get happiness and satisfaction. A smile on the face of people gives real happiness to me. I feel presence of God in my granddaughter's smile. My granddaughter is 2.5 years old. She is lovely and her smile is more than anything. Her presence around me in my life gives me happiness and joy. She is so innocent and pure. In all my 6 decades on earth, I am now convinced that even though I have not always been consistent in my relationship with God, He has always been there for me and with me, guiding me every step of the way. He has played His part in making sure I make the best decision, not just for myself, but for those around me, and in so doing has enabled me to live a happy, fulfilling and meaningful life. This is not to say that God is only in our lives to provide for us and to show us the way. Over the years, as I have matured, I have come to understand that sharing a bond with God is the greatest joy one can receive in life. To recognize His presence in our life, to share His strength and glory is sufficient in itself for a wonderful existence. I pray to Him not to show my thankfulness for His companionship, but to remind myself how grateful I am to have Him with me. I hope that all of you gathered here with me today will find a similar happy and uplifting bond with God. If you have not already, you do not need to go far to find Him. He is here within us, all of us, and all around us, in everything there is. Recognizing His presence will bring to you a sense of comfort and acceptance of the order of this universe, and strengthen your journey through life. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and to that freedom of all. We'll just see one video.
ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं, ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है। आती है आंधियाँ तो कर उनका खैर मकदम, आती है आंधियाँ तो कर उनका खैर मकदम, तूफान से ही तो लड़ने खुदा ने तुझे गढ़ा है। ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है। अग्नि में तप के सोना है और भी निखरता, अग्नि में तप के सोना है और भी निखरता, दुर्गम को पार करके हिमालय कोई चढ़ाए, लाएगी रंग मेहनत आखिर तुम्हारी एक दिन, लाएगी रंग मेहनत आखिर तुम्हारी एक दिन, होगा विशाल तरुवन वो बीज जो पड़ा है। ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, मेरा खुदा बड़ा है। वो सर्व शक्तियों से जब साथ है हमारे, वो सर्व शक्तियों से जब साथ है हमारे, हर काम उसके रहते हर हर्ज हुआ पड़ा है। कभी हारना ना, हिम्मत का कदम बढ़ाओ, कभी हारना ना, हिम्मत का कदम बढ़ाओ, हजारों कदम बढ़ाने वो सामने खड़ा है। ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है।
Dear God, I thank you for waking me up today. Another day of life. You have given me another sunrise to enjoy. Thank you, Lord God, for the wonderful sounds of nature and the cool breeze, brushing through the trees, making the birds sing beautiful melodies. You are great, Lord, always full of grace and mercy. Praise you, Lord, for allowing me to live another beautiful day in your kingdom. Thank you for the gift of family and friends. Really, my heart is one of the most precious things I can ever get tired of. Bless everyone, Lord, for they deserve all the goodness you have given to me. I made something wrong today. Please forgive me. I also thank you for always being the reason I made some decisions that lead to your work. Thank you everyone for listening with patience. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Jai Jagat. Yes, that is what I had to say. I hope it was not too long or monotonous.
It was a very fantastic and energetic presentation, Dr. Surya Kumarji. It was very nice the way you have taken it across. Fantastic. So may I request for the comments from Dr. Venkat Barlagaru and the other August participants here.
Wonderful, Dr. Surya Garu. It's really one of the rarest presentations we have come across, and this presentation has made us feel the presence of God indeed. A lot of other presentations were there which were basically presentations which are of a different kind, but this one really made us feel the presence of God. That is the biggest take home, and our thankfulness to bringing such a scientifically prepared presentation, not a casual one. And you must have taken a lot of time to prepare this, compose various videos and things. So we are grateful to you, sir. We really enjoyed. You have started with the formation of the Big Bang and the perfect balance between various forces of nature. And you also said any disturbance to any of the perfect balances God has created would result in calamities which we are already seeing. So God reminds us once in a while. Corona, for example, is an expression of God that yes, so much papa, so much sin that you are committing that you need to get yourselves well organized. So that's what God is telling us. And you have reminded us through various examples. The beautiful thing is that you have given us 6 features of God. It is such a beautiful one. The noble, the welcoming, the creative, the forgiving, the honest, and the capable. And what can be a better description of God than this? Because everything is contained in this. And the next one was the beauty of the chapter 7, verse 8 and 9 that you have recited, beautifully orchestrated. And we really felt that we were going through the Mahabharata Gita part of it and things. It's really good. And you have given us the example of the case study of one person in the dream, okay, with God. And that was really another example where the ordinary person would feel the presence of God. And your car example was yet another proof that the miraculous escape that you have had was another beautiful one. And you have said the blessing of God is what is visible in the family, in the children, in the grandchildren, friends and relatives. I mean, this expression was not given by anyone else, that such blessings we already have around us, but we take it for granted. We don't take our family seriously. We don't take our family as the presence of God, children and grandchildren. There are a lot of rifts between the family members. It's all because of ignorance or because of the forgetfulness of the fact that God is manifested in various things in this physical world that we are into. And a beautiful reminder how we must enjoy the fruits of God, like children and grandchildren and whatnot. That was really a heart-touching example that you have given. Very uncommon and really beautifully presented, Surya Garu. Really enjoyed it. And finally, the lesson to youth and also others that the detachment, karmanya vadika raste ma phaleshu kadachane. So this beautiful rendering, not only your explanation, but a beautiful rendering was also good. A voice over. The anger, which is the root cause of all evils. The sacrifice, which is the root cause of all blessings. You have brought in many other facets, and you have really proved yourself to be a real devoted person to the kingdom of God. And we would like to have these kind of presentations again and again, because it is enough if we are able to feel the presence of God. And those people who can present so well that it make us feel the presence of God is important, because today youth don't feel that there is God, first of all. And if there is God at all, if somebody believes, it's okay. Once in a while we remind him, we go to Mandir along with Mama, Papa and friends, we do some rituals there and come back and forget about it, and we do our own activities again. So the detachment is too much in this present youth, to the extent of 80-90% that I've seen in this world today. And therefore, the fine reminder that the presence of God is there in everything that we do, and not only in Mandir and Masjid, but also in the family, in the life around. You have beautifully brought out these things. We really felt God, which is the purpose of this session, is the presence of God in my life. That means why we have given this title is everybody should feel the presence of God, a fine reminder that there is God around. It's not God up above in you and with you, around you and things. Such beautiful reminders that you have brought in. And also, lastly, I would say that this session is well attended. The last figure that I saw was 31 is the attendance, one of the highest of the season. Of all the sessions that we had. So we are grateful for all the participants who have come in large number and then made this program very successful. Sarve Jana, Sukhino Bhavantu. Thank you very much. Over to you, Niranjan.
Yeah, thank you, Andy. Summarized the entire thing. In fact, the presentation, the way Dr. Surya Kumar Garu has taken us through the journey is so wonderful. I tell you, the way he has taken up is fantastic. Simply touching the heart. Very simply touching the heart. So nicely he said whether he's in the nature, who would have created, if there is such a kind of a thing which is existing, which is flowing, the blossoming of the flower, for example, the flowing of the water, and if the entire universe is to be in order, there has to be somebody who is there. There is a designer who is there. There is a master designer kind of a thing. Chala superb. I think Dr. Surya Kumar Garu has really presented it Very nice. It's so touching to the heart, and then he's brought a life to this topic. So nicely, he said that look, God is not somewhere up, above, over. He is everywhere present. Look out in the nature, he is there. Look out in your family, he is there. Look out in your events, whether it is in tough times or in good, happy times. God is present in everywhere, in good, bad, everywhere he is present through that beautiful small story where he says at the end of the day, he is carrying at the time of distress and then he is walking the steps with you. He is carrying the underlying current of the supernatural divine grace. You want to call him by any name. So nicely he said, the presence, one thing which I like was about being mindfulness. The mindfulness, bringing our awareness to the mindfulness of the presence of God in our day-to-day existence. Wonderful, and Dr. Surya Kumar Garu, it was fantastic, and I think many people, whoever are going to watch this video also later on, will experience the presence of God in their daily life also. I'm sure it's going to be a wonderful thing. So it's a well thought of, well structured, and very pleasantly presented with each of those things in the events, every event which is happening. Especially another point which I liked was to see the smile in the innocence of your granddaughter. That was another fantastic thing which was there. The innocence, that's the smile, the charming smile which is there, the divine presence in your grandchild. That was really fantastic. The same experience we have when we really go and then hug the child after full day's work, and then they are there. You get relieved so much. That is the presence of God. That's a so beautiful thing which has come out, and excellent. I really love your presentation, and I wish many people see this your presentation, and to as many people as possible, so that they will experience once again the presence of God in their daily life. It was a fantastic presentation, Dr. Surya Kumar Garu.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
Niranjan Garu, I would like to say a few words.
Yeah, please go
Yeah.
ahead.
So I know Surya, as he says, from 5 decades now. So I known him. So just as he has applied, he went through his engineering background. He took the elements, then how he took family, he took friends, and he has gone through the various experiences in life, and how well he has integrated hymns from the Bhagavad Gita,
Correct.
and he has given form to that. The God has a purpose everywhere you see him. So I think he's a very good friend and a very good human being, and that comes out in this presentation. And I would say it's one of the best presentations, and it's a very good message to be carried to the youngsters.
Yes.
So that is what I wanted to say. And thank you, Surya. Wonderfully done.
We have time up to another 10-15 minutes because I've been informed that Dr. Surya Kumar Garu has to go for another meeting and appointment. So I would request everybody to stick to the timing. We have another 10 minutes time. Is that okay, Dr. Surya Kumar Garu?
Yes, because already I got a telephone call.
Okay, good. So we'll have 10 minutes time. Up to 7:30 we'll close.
I would like to add one point.
Please.
All this presentation, I am not the only one who is responsible for this. There is one person behind all this. So I would like to introduce her also.
Namaskar.
She is Dr. Renu Singh, and she is behind all this presentation and preparation of this.
Very nice.
So 90% credit goes to her, 5% to me, and 5% to my youngest son.
Very nice presentation, ma'am. It's very well done. Superb.
Here, I am Sudipto here. I just want to say a few words about Surya. I know him from IIT Kharagpur days.
Sudipto, I am seeing him for the first time after so long a period.
I know, and I can tell you and vouch that right from IIT days, he has been a very humble and a good human being and a good soul. I see no change in him, and that gives me a lot of good feeling that, and I'm very happy to have him as my friend.
Thank you. Thank you.
Enjoyed your presentation today very much, Surya.
Thank you.
I think Renuji, you should do the next presentation. Yeah, I
Maybe
think.
after some time.
Sure.
Yeah, because you have discredited yourself and credited everything 90%, more than 90% to Renuji. So I think it is appropriate that she makes the next one, or any time in future she does the presentation. However,
Definitely.
everything was put together very nicely, and thank you so much, Dr. Surya, and thank you, Renuji, for supporting. Like you have proved that adage, that behind every successful man there is a woman behind. So
There is a Shakti behind.
okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
One question to the presenters. Namaskar, Renu Madam, and Namaskar, Surya Ji. You have stated very beautifully, and you have given us the whole presentation, and हमको बहुत ही अच्छा लगा है. और भगवान का जो प्रेजेंस है लाइफ में क्या होता है हमको महसूस हुआ है आज. लेकिन हम आपसे ये जानना चाहते हैं कि ये तो स्ट्रक्चर हो गया, आपने जो बताई है ए नाइस स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द प्रेजेंस ऑफ गॉड, बट देन डे टू डे लिविंग में आप कैसा महसूस करते हैं? What are the moments, what are the situations where you really feel the presence of God? When do you feel the presence of God? Okay, it is easy to say that when I do puja, I forget and recite mantras, and I feel the presence of God in that period that I do puja or namaz or prayer and whatever it is. But ये जानने का एक चीज है कि लाइफ में हम डे टू डे एक्टिविटीज how do we a devotional person
and Renu ji and that younger son. No, I just started.
है कब मतलब आपको अच्छी तरह जो याद है, एक आप बता सकते हैं हमें कि फलाना सिचुएशन में मुझे ज्यादा भगवान का महसूस, परमात्मा का महसूस हुआ है. I really felt that I am unionizing with God. तो ये एक्सपीरियंस बहुत जरूरी है. ये बातें करना जो है वो एक चीज है, एंड बुक्स एंड स्क्रिप्चर्स को रिसाइट करना एक और चीज है. बट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द प्रेजेंस ऑफ गॉड, द फीलिंग, द एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ गॉड बाय ईच वन ऑफ अस. तो ये कैसा महसूस किया जाए? कुछ आप जैसा डिवोटेड पर्सन, डिवोशनल पर्सन, गॉडली पर्सन से हम सुनना चाहते हैं, रेणु जी एंड सूर्या जी. थैंक यू. ओवर टू यू प्लीज.
गुड इवनिंग, नमस्कार. भगवान की पूजा तो सभी करते हैं
जी,
लेकिन एक सुबह में बारिश हो रही है और बारिश के समय अगर आपके दरवाजे के बगल से कुछ 2-4 लोग जा रहे हैं और पूरे गीले हैं, अगर हम उनको देखते हैं और उनसे अगर चाय ऑफर करते हैं कि आप चाय पी लो, और वो चाय पीते हैं जब हमारे घर में आके या हमारे घर के बाहर खड़े होके, तो उनके जो चेहरे के ऊपर, फेस के ऊपर जो सेटिस्फैक्शन होता है और जो फीलिंग होती है, वो एक गॉडली फीलिंग है. तो अगर हम जैसा सोच रहे हैं और जैसा देख रहे हैं, और उनके चेहरे को देखने से भी हमें बहुत अच्छा लगता है और एक सेटिस्फैक्शन होता है. और वो सेटिस्फैक्शन जो है वो मुझे ऐसा फील होता है कि हम एक भगवान को ऑफर कर रहे हैं जरूरत के समय में. तो ऐसा सुबह से लेकर शाम तक बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि हम किसी को अननोइंगली, ऐसा नहीं है कि जान के हम उनको खुश करना चाह रहे हैं, लेकिन अननोइंगली हम उन्हें खुश करते हैं कुछ ऑफर करके उनकी जरूरत के हिसाब से. और वो एक फीलिंग है जो भगवान की फीलिंग देता है मेरे हिसाब से. अभी इतने इनलाइटेंड तो नहीं हुई हूँ, लेकिन डे टू डे लाइफ में हम लोग ऐसे ही जैसा फील करते और जैसा हम अपने लिए व्यवहार चाहते हैं, वैसा ही व्यवहार दूसरों के साथ भी करते हैं. तो ये सारी फीलिंग्स जो है हमें अच्छी फीलिंग देती है. अब ये नहीं मालूम है कि ये भगवान की प्रेजेंस की फीलिंग है या क्या है.
तो बड़ी अच्छी बात कही आपने कि वो अतिथि देवो भव. It reminds me of that particular thing. Athiti Devo Bhava. Any visitor is like.
I will add to what she has said.
Please.
See, in the night, even if you sleep at 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, she will get early in the morning at 6:30, because in Indore we know that one truck comes, that kacha truck, and they collect all the kacha from individual houses. So she will prepare the tea for all of them, and even if she sleeps late, she will get early and prepare the tea, keep it in the thermos and wait for them. Keep on, if they are delayed, they will wait for them, offer them tea and sometimes biscuits also. And they really feel happy. Sometimes they had said that Sunday you don't give us because we are having some breakfast somewhere. But every Sunday they ask for tea because they say that your tea is very good. So we don't want to miss that. So that is actually what we both of us practice is we don't try to harm anybody. As she said, that we treat others the way we like them to treat us, and that is our mool mantra of life. And we try to help as much people as possible without any expectation from them.
Very nice.
I hope something we have said.
It was well said.
Yeah, you have everything.
Thank you.
Well said.
बहुत ही अच्छा लगा. रेणु जी नमस्कार. बहुत ही अच्छा लगा. बहुत धन्यवाद.
So I just want to be the time watcher. It's 7:30. So please take care of the time.
Yeah. Thank you, Singh Saab. I'm Vinay Pandey here from Mumbai.
हाँ, विनय पांडे जी, आपको भी बहुत दिन के बाद देखा.
Yeah, so thank you for inviting me. And
where is your video?
Okay, just I'm trying to get permission actually. You can see me now probably.
Yes, Vinay ji.
Yeah. Good evening. मेरा दो ही submission है कि my interaction with you during our corporate career has been very fruitful, and I found 2-3 things which I admire in you most. One, the humility. Number 2, down to earth. Number 3, helping. These 3 things are there which I always admire. I've never found any arrogance, any pride, and ever helping and very good listener. So ऐसा corporate entity में we don't find people generally. So I admire you, and I never knew you retired, but still we'll connect whenever we visit Indore.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me. Yeah, thank you.
Nice. So if there are any other comments, we would like to take one last comment. It's 7:31 because Dr. Surya Kumar Garu also has to go to for another presentation.
I think I am seeing some 2 or 3 old people. S.R. Agarwal, Kapil Chaturvedi.
Old or gold? Gold people. Yeah.
From Kerala, it was a very nicely presented one. It was really great. Thank you, and it's really a nice one. Thank you to both of you and for the organizers. Parla sir and all of you, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Sojan, thanks for coming.
Bye now.
Around 7:32, may I request Dr. Venkat Barlagaru to give the closing comments?
I think Kapilji is saying something, but his mic is mute. So maybe he should unmute. Kapilji. Kapil Chaturvedi is trying to say something.
Okay. We are able to hear you now.
I'm Dr. Kapil Chaturvedi and very much associated with Mr. Singh and Mrs. Renu Singh. And Renu Singh is a Rotarian also. She has worked very vigorously in the Rotary Club of Nagda, and as well as Mr. Singh was our vice president at power plant, and he was very much human being, very good human being, and always listens to everyone, and he's very supportive also. So I congratulate Dr. Singh and Dr. Renu Singh for this presentation and be the part of this presentation. We wish. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Surya Kumar Singh, Renu ji, and we're able to see you, and बहुत ही अच्छा लगा, और आप बार-बार आते रहिए हमारे सेशन में, and you're always welcome. You are the host here, you're not the guest. You're the host. So likewise, we would also request that the friends and relatives from your side who have come, who may like to join this forum, kindly request them to accept our invitation and join this forum starting from tomorrow. Maybe today onwards they can join, so that this forum can be a larger forum of good people, because I've seen a lot of good people who have devotional people, committed people who have come in and gave their expert comments. So Surya Garu, kindly ये जरा आप देख लीजिए कि ये महफिल के अंदर जो लोग हैं जो हमारी ये फोरम में ज्वाइन होना चाहते हैं, और रेणु मैडम भी, भाभी जी आप जो आपके जो महिला मंडली है, महिला मंडल की तरफ से भी जो हमारे यहाँ सेशन में ज्वाइन करना चाहते हैं, बिकॉज ये भगवान का एक फोरम है और इसमें और कोई डिस्कशन नहीं होता है, डिस्कशन होगा यही चीज होगा हर वीक आफ्टर वीक। तो जो जानना चाहेंगे फैमिलीज, उनको इनवाइट करिए और इसको रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी वे में लीड करिए सर। थैंक यू वेरी मच एंड शुभ रात्रि, गुड नाइट।
Good night.
Thank you, Dr. Surya Kumar Garu, and thank you, Dr. Renuji, for your wonderful presentation. It was a fantastic thing. Thank you. Appreciate, and we look forward to listening from you in person as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Nisha Swasti. Good night.
Good night.